Alrighty, boys and girls, you can subscribe to me from the countryside. If you go subscribe to me, yeah, subscribe to me, please. Ooh. Okay, alrighty, so we're gonna be talking about if you should be summoning for QUIRY. QUIRY. I think it's QUIRY. His name is just too much for me. QUIRY, I think our name is like what it was before with the KIRI, but just spelled differently. It's QUIRY, right? We're gonna be talking about if you should be summoning for this girl because a lot of people have 2B, a lot of people main 2B, and the whole thing of this character is for 2B. There's literally nobody else in the game that will benefit from this character like that. Not even like that. There's just no other characters in the game will benefit from this character but 2B, right? Literally. So we're going to be talking about it. Now, one, if you have 2B, should you be summoning? No. I'm going to just give you guys a straight answer. The answer is no, you should not be summoning. Even though she is a support buffer for 2B, she's still not that crazy in my opinion. You guys got to remember, these numbers you're all seeing are not level 1 skills, they're level 10 skills. So that means you're going to be getting these percentages when you have her fully invested. One, the anniversary banner is right after this banner, so there's no way you're going to fully invest into this character. And I'm talking again, I only ever cater to the average player. So hopefully you guys understand that from this point on. I will only ever cater to the average player of Nikke. The average player of Nikke will have this character at best level 4, at best level 5, probably level 4 skills. That's even if they are going to summon for her. But still, it's not that good for me. At level 10, right, the attack lowering is cool, especially since she's a rocket launcher. The reason why that's good is because when hitting a target with full charge, well, it doesn't say, because usually it would say target and then like brackets S. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. That could be a bit horrendous because rocket launchers are kind of AoE attackers, right? So if I use a rocket launcher, it's hitting multiple enemies. But it doesn't say targets how it usually does with the S, meaning it can hit multiple people. It just says when hitting a target with full charge affects the target. That one target, I'm assuming, will have their attack lower down, which is kind of a shaft for this character because she's a rocket launcher who can hit multiple enemies. So if that is the case, then that's already an L in my opinion. Now, in terms of the buffing for the defender allies, it's not really worth it, right? An attack percent of 5.81% of the caster's attack for 3 seconds. It's with every full charge, so it's basically permanent, but it's not worth it, right? One thing about 2B is she doesn't really scale off of attack, right? Of course, the attack buffs are going to help her because her attack, like her, I don't know, how do I word this? Look, her burst skill and her second skill scale off final attack, yes, but this character's whole thing is having more HP to get more attack, basically. Right, so the second part of her skill will be worth it, right? Increasing the max HP by 11% continuously the whole game for 2 defender allies, but it's still not worth it because again, this is all level 10 skills in my opinion. 11%, if that was level 1, perfection, but at level 10, that means on average is at level 5, it's probably going to be what, maybe 7%. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. And then the burst skill is like her saving grace in my opinion. Recovers basically 7% of the caster's final max HP every 1 second for 10 seconds. Very, very good healing mechanic right there. A very, very good healing mechanic right there. So there's that, but I don't really think you need it, especially since you're probably already running the bunny girls. She's a burst 3 character, right? She's a burst 3 supporter at that. The difference between her and Anise, since Anise is the only other burst 3 supporter that people actually use, because there's another one, it's an R character, but yeah. The thing is, with Anise, when you use her burst skill, it's catering to Anise doing massive damage, right? You guys realize, when using her burst skill, QUIRY's burst skill, right? All you're getting is the heals that you're getting from probably your burst 1 or burst 2 character already, and then also the crit rate to defender allies. So unless you're using 2B, it's not really gonna matter. And then again, do you really need the crit rate? 19% at level 10. What is freaking what's volumes, right? I did a video recently. What's volumes? Volume gives a crit chance of all allies at level 1, 17%. Right? At level 1, it's 17%. It's for 5 seconds. It's less, right? It's half of it in terms of how long it lasts. But it is like still 17% at level 1. At level 10, it ends up being 30-something%. So there's that, right? And then crit chance, it's cool, but it doesn't mean you're guaranteed going to crit, right? And I never want to really use that as an excuse, but it really is true, right? Crit rate buffs don't matter if you're not, like, crit rate buffs are supposed to help you crit, right? For every time you don't crit, this effect is basically not working. Now, again, with a 20% buff of crit rate, you're basically going to crit, but doesn't mean you're guaranteed going to crit, right? It's a very silly argument, in my opinion, but I do like to state it out because it is the truth, right? But overall, this character is not really that good, in my opinion, right? I think her skills are good. The problem for me is the numbers, the percentages. 5% of the caster's attack to defender allies. Why? Why? If she's meant to be with 2B, and these are level 10 skills, if she's meant to be with 2B, why would you give her an attack buff of such a low percentage, one, of her attack for 2B? Why? If 2B is meant to skill off of max HP. The second skill, great, 11%. That's going to be great. That's the entire game as well. That's going to be perfect for 2B. But it's still, average players probably going to have this character level 4. Probably 6% is what I'm thinking that percentage is going to be. A 6% increase into max HP the entire game is not going to make that much of a difference, if you want me to be honest. It's not. It's not, okay, I don't want to say it's not going to make that much of a difference. It'll definitely make a difference. No, but I'm still right. It wouldn't make that much of a difference. It'll make a difference, but it's not like, oh, a massive difference where you need to have this character, right, compared to if you don't have this character, right? Like, I feel like your 2B masked and QUIRY will be slightly better than just 2B and masked. That's my opinion. But we'll be testing if I do pull her, right? Like I said, I'm not gonna go crazy for this character. I'll probably be live. It is gonna be early in the morning, so it sucks for me, because I don't want to wake up that early. But I'll be live for her. If I do summon and I don't pull her, then I'll just end the stream. It is what it is. I could care less about this one, right? I don't really like this character because she only caters to let you one character in the game, so it's really just a dead character for me, right? Because you guys just need to see a showcase with her with 2B, because she's not going to work with anybody else, right? So realistically, I'll summon, right? At the end of the day, I'll probably get her regardless, but probably not on release if I don't get lucky, but we'll see. But the answer is no. You should not summon. This character is not worth it in the long run. The next ban is a Pilgrim. Every multi you decide to waste for this character will just hurt you in the long run. Because you're not going to use this character. I don't even think people use 2B like that unless they're doing solo raid and union raids, which is once a month, by the way. So it does, like, let's stop coping, right? I think out of A2 and 2B, you're probably using A2 more on your day-to-day basis of Nikke, but you're not using 2B like that. You're not using 2B like that. I'm sorry. She's good, but you're just not using her like that. I'm sorry. But you guys let me know what you think. I think this is an easy skip. I think, like, unless she's your new favorite waifu, then by all means. But if not, you would have to really be a fool to summon, right? And I don't really like insulting people, but I feel like if I say you're a fool, people will actually believe they're a fool and not summon, right? It feels like in order for you guys not to summon, I have to insult you for you guys to not summon, right? If I say you're going to be the dumbest person in the world if you summon, you're not going to want to be the dumbest person in the world, so you won't summon, right? I mean, no disrespect when I say these things. I'm just trying to, you know, kind of like, what's the word? Manipulate you guys into not summoning. For your own good, though. For your own good. I'm an honest guy. For your own good. But you gotta let me know what you think, bro. Your boy's Zxous. I'm out, bro. Peace.